beautiful and special in her own way. She doesn't have to be somebody else. I always urge people and youngsters to, believe in their individuality. So you should be just proud to be in your own skin.
जहाँ तक मुझे याद है, ever since I was a child, my father has been, very fond of cars and bikes. So I remember ever since he used to shoot for Hero, he used to have a dirt bike which he had used in the film as well, and he used to have a Fiat back then, which he used in Parinda also, most of his films. He is fond of cars. Throughout the span of his career, he's bought a lot of cars. So I think ever since the first word I ever said growing up was, some sort of a car, I remember. So, because of my father. However, nowadays I'm more into bikes, cycles, especially because of Mumbai traffic. It's more convenient to ride a bike around. But my father doesn't allow me. So, other than the films, I don't really get a chance to ride a bike or anything. But I'm very thankful that I've got to see a lot of great cars, thanks to my dad's passion for cars.
Okay, so we would also like to know your favorite brand when it comes to cars and bikes. Which is your favorite brand?
My favorite brand when it comes to cars and bikes?
I know, too difficult.
Sorry?
Too difficult to name?
Yeah, I mean there's so many great models and so many great brands. Can't name any. But I don't know, I think I like Yamaha very much. Yamahas is nice. Really, I don't know too many, but I'm aware that all of them are just equally fantastic brands.
Okay, last one. We would also like to know your experience when it comes to car and bike in your action movies.
Well, in my action movies, more than car and bikes, ज़्यादातर हाथ पैर चलाता हूँ. So it's very rare that I've had an action sequence with cars and bikes. But in general scenes and all, I get a chance to ride bikes. Bullet Enfield is a bike that I first rode in my first film, and in my second film, Baghi, also I got a chance to ride the Enfield. This is the only bike I've ridden thus far.
Okay, thank you so much, Tiger.
बचपन से मुझे याद है पापा का गोद पे बैठ के चलाता था गाड़ी. I used to think I used to drive. He used to drive the car and I used to just hold the steering and sort of, think that I used to drive the car. But I learned how to drive shooting Hero Bandi.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Recently, on your birthday only, Mr. Ram Gopal Verma tweeted that, you should learn machoism from your dad and he poses more like a man than you do.
Right.
So, your mother also reacted to it.
Right.
What's your take on that? What do you have to say about that?
I can never be half the man my father is. He's the original hero, and even if I tried, I could never be like my father. But I think everybody has a freedom of speech, and he's a senior director. There's not much I can say to him. But I try to be my own individual, and I try to be different and express my individuality as much as I can. That being said, some may appreciate my artistic expression, some may not. So to each his own, ma'am. It's really fine.
So Tiger, when you say so that you are not a huge big biker and all that, you don't, you are you drive safe. So which is that thing what prompted you to come to this motor show? Which is that thing what attracted?
A lot of my friends, of course my father, I've always been fascinated by cars and all, and they're beautiful to look at, So I like, they're very aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So I like watching and admiring just these beautiful creations, really.
People who are threatening women in the society, what would you like to say to them?
Threatening women in society.
There is a lot of bullying happening.
On social media, he's trying to know.
I think that's a very uneducated thing to do, sir. Yeah, there's not much I can say. It's obvious for everybody to know. I mean, that's a very niche thing to do. I don't know. I think, yeah, maybe it should be a little more strict, you know. I believe everybody does have the freedom of speech, but, you know, there are some limits that shouldn't be crossed. And it's sad that some people aren't aware of that and aren't educated enough. So, yeah.
Regarding Sunny Leone and even regarding women, Ram Gopal Verma ने tweet किया था कि the kind of pleasure she gives, every woman should give. So what's your take on it?
I didn't know.
So there was a tweet, Ram Gopal Verma ने tweet किया था on Women's Day regarding Sunny Leone and other women. So what's your take on it?
I didn't see it.
It's like every woman should be like Sunny Leone, the kind of
Every woman should be like Sunny
yeah,
Leone.
the kind of pleasure she gives to men, everyone should give.
Wow,
So yeah, so what's your take on it?
What's my take on it?
Such offending tweet he is tweeting on Women's Day.
I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Because somewhere or the other,
I-
KRK and you can, like, people are comparing KRK
KRK
and
and
Ram Gopal Verma. What is your
Honestly, I think every woman is beautiful and special in her own way. You know, she doesn't have to be somebody else. I always urge people and youngsters to, you know, believe in their individuality. So you should be just proud to be in your own skin and who you are.
But he's very close to her dad, in fact. He was very
Ram
close
sir.
to her dad. Yeah, that was what like.
Yeah, they just did a film together.
रंगीला है, lots of cool films. आपने उनको बचपन से देखा है तो कभी कोई ऐसी चीजें डिस्टर्ब हो जाती है like each time you know tweet something about.
जहाँ तक मुझे याद है, मैं कभी मिला नहीं उनसे, तो I don't know sir. I haven't met him personally as far as I recall. So, but I wish my father and the whole team Sarkar 3 all the best.
The kind of movies we are getting, like bikes or cars को लेकर.
शायद पर फिलहाल मुझे मार्शल आर्ट्स में मज़ा आ रहा है सर. I like हाथ पैर चलाने में मज़ा आता है rather than cars.
Tell about your future project, what's happening like.
So right now I'm working on Munna Michael. Munna Michael is almost finished. इसके बाद Sooner Later 2 शुरू होती है. उसके बाद बागी 2 में घुस रहा हूँ. बस I just have these three things. Very close.
Thank you.